And here we go, a brand new edition of Sports Medicine Weekly on this Saturday morning. Hi, everyone. Steve Cashel, joined by my usual co-host, Dr. Brian Cole. He is the head team physician for the Chicago Bulls, one of the co-team physicians with the White Sox, and a sports medicine specialist, orthopedic surgeon from Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Our website is sportsmedicineweekly.com. Producer Shane Reardon, coordinating producer is Tracy Toro. How are you, Dr. Cole?
Steve, I'm doing great. Terrific to see you.
Good. We're going to start the show with a couple of NBA injuries, all right? These are some interesting stuff. And Portland's Jusuf Nurkic planning to return following the All-Star break after tibia and fibula fractures, all right? This happened March 25th, 2019, and the Blazers hoping to get a significant boost from Nurkic's return, but that sounds like serious stuff. Almost a year now. Is that typical?
Look, getting back to be a professional basketball player after a tib-fib fracture, that's somewhat monumental. So I would say it's about the timing of when the initial fracture happened. That would be March. And you're looking at, 4 to 6 months. It was an open tibia fracture. So, the soft tissue management, 4 to 6 months of getting back and then sort of what we could say re-athleticizing, getting to be a basketball player again. Those are all particular challenges. So I would say that I'm glad it's very good to get an athlete back during the season at some point, even though you'd say, well, look, we're late in the season. It's after the All-Star break. Why don't we just wait to the end of the season? I think it's really good to get some reps in to give him the self-confidence to show that he can actually do this. It's an awful injury, but, if it's the way it's managed initially is really critical, getting to it in a timely fashion, minimizing or eliminating the chance of an infection, getting it to heal. Arguably, there could be an 8 to 12 month time frame, and that's kind of where they're at right now, is that 8 to 12 months. So I think that's about right, what you'd see in an athlete of this caliber.
All right, Paul George, the LA Clippers star, boy, he has been really nursing some hamstring problems. How about this? Third hamstring injury since early January for Paul George. Reportedly tightness and or strain. Doc Rivers, the head coach, says, I'm a little concerned. It's a second, probably the third. I know we have to rest him. We'll see. But my question to you is, why is this injury so persistent in a situation like this? What does it take to heal?
We recently had our NBA team physicians meeting during the All-Star break, and we look at injury data, and hamstrings is still one of the things that plagues us. And it's because of the rapid acceleration and deceleration, and we're looking actually to identify all these risk factors as one of our major efforts right now in sports health. And I would tell you that repeated hamstring injuries is also a problem, and that's something else we're looking at. So it's tough because they don't have the time they need or require to make it go down to the same risk as if it never happened before. And in our elite athletes who have this incredible ability to sort of, go from 0 to 100 and then go back to 0 again, it doesn't take much of a sort of what we say an eccentric load to go the wrong direction and not have the protection mechanism in place to strain the hamstring. And then we see it, unfortunately, both in the NBA, the NFL, and other sports. It can happen a second time, and happening a third time is really discouraging. It can certainly zap the confidence of the athlete, and it sometimes requires a prolonged period of shutdown. So everyone's different. The recurrence rates are surprisingly low, but this would be probably much more rare to see it happen 3 times, and it's really unfortunate for him. But he'll get back, but this is one of the situations that might require the summer to actually get him back to what he needs to have so he doesn't re-injure himself.